You see attorneys everywhere, and although you know that you can have a free consultation, you're not exactly sure which questions to ask to figure out if they're the best attorney for your case. In this video, I'm going to discuss the 10 questions that you should ask any attorney that you're thinking about hiring. And I also want to look at some potential red flags that you need to be on the lookout for when you hear the answers to those questions. So with that in mind, let's jump right in. First question is, what is my case worth? It's fair to say that anybody who's thinking about undergoing the time and the effort in all that is entailed in a personal injury action or a wrongful death case needs to know if it's going to be worthwhile. And so you want to ask the attorney, what is my case worth? Now, if the attorney tells you a dollar amount, that could be a major red flag. The attorney may make promises to try to get you to sign up, but you want to be on the lookout because really every case is different. The second question is, how long will my case take? And kind of like the first one, this is an answer where it depends. You know, there's a whole lot of different factors that go into determining how long a case takes. What is your goal for the case? Are you looking to hold out for the most amount possible and you have a difficult case, but you're willing to fight for as long as it takes to get the total amount available to you? A red flag to be on the lookout for is if the attorney tells you, this case will resolve quickly, I'll be able to get a good amount in a short period of time. Because the reality is a lot of insurance companies will resolve cases quickly, but they're going to do so at a deep, deep discount. It could be the case that they're able to do it quickly because they're getting all of the available insurance coverage, and that's a different story. A third question to ask a potential attorney is, have you ever had any ethical issues with the state bar? Every state has a state bar, and the state bar is responsible for investigating and disciplining any attorney misconduct that occurs. This is something that you can probably find on Google or go to the state bar and there should be a database and you can look into it. That could be a major red flag that you really need to resolve before you move forward with that attorney. The fourth question, if you have a big case, ask them, what is the biggest case resolution you've ever had? If you have a case, for instance, that might be worth $5 million and they say, well, the biggest settlement I ever had was for $50,000, then that's the sort of thing that should cause you to have some concern. So red flag would be if they've never handled a significant case, which is one that has large value. If you know a young attorney and maybe you want to help them out, tell them, go ahead, I'm going to hire you, but I want you to bring in an experienced attorney, associate with another law firm so that you can work with them and you can learn how to handle this. And that way you are protected and you are ensured that you have a large firm that is experienced and knowledgeable that's helping that young attorney. A fifth question to ask any potential injury attorney you're looking to hire is, how many jury trials have you done? Insurance companies are going to treat trial attorneys who handle jury trials a whole lot more seriously than attorneys who always settle every case. If the attorney you're talking to has never tried a jury trial before, the insurance company is going to know that. If that attorney settles every case they have, even if it's with other insurance companies, the insurance company in your case is going to know that, and they're going to lower the potential settlement amount that they're willing to pay. So it's a red flag if the attorney you're looking to hire has never tried a jury trial before or doesn't have significant jury trial experience. But again, if you have a good feeling about that attorney or it's someone you want to help out, you can still hire them and say, hey, listen, I need you to associate experienced counsel and bring them in. A sixth question to ask any potential attorney that you're looking to hire for an injury claim is, how many cases are you currently handling? If the attorney you're talking to has a caseload of 75 or more cases, even 50 or more cases, you have to look at that and say, will you be able to spend the time necessary to really help move this case along? Just to put things into perspective, we deal with a lot of truck crash cases, wrongful death cases, and we typically handle between 10 and 20 of those at a time. And so My team and I will handle a limited number of cases because we want to devote as much time and attention as possible to work those cases up to get the best result possible. A seventh question to ask any potential attorney you're thinking about hiring is, what support staff do you have in your office? Litigation and trial, especially for big cases, is a team effort. You need to have many team members who are working together to prepare a case and so that you can build it up into its highest potential value. And so it takes time and resources and energy and man and woman power to work a case up so that you can get to that highest value. So if you're talking to an attorney and they have no support staff, they are a proverbial one-man band, then that means that your case probably is not going to get the attention it deserves if it's a large one. If it's a smaller one, they may be well suited for dealing with that, but that's something you at least need to be on the lookout for. An eighth question to ask is, have you ever handled a case like mine before, and how did it turn out? So there are lots of different personal injury claims. All of these different types of cases require certain types of knowledge. And so you want to first of all make sure that the attorney has experience with those types of claims. But you also want to make sure that they were able to handle those claims successfully. And again, just like as I've discussed before, you may say, well, I'm not comfortable with your experience level, but I like you. And so can you bring on experienced counsel, associate with them, and they can help you with the case? A ninth question to ask is, what technology do you use in your office for case management purposes? So large cases have tons of information, tons of documentation, and you want to make sure that the attorney who's handling that case is able to organize the documents, is able to organize that information, and to kind of weaponize that to build a case for you. One of the best ways to do that is to use technology, certainly to organize the information, but then also in modern times, you're able to look at that, maybe even use AI to help build the case. You don't want an attorney who relies too heavily on AI because that can be a problem I'll have to get into in another video. But if the attorney doesn't use any technology and they have an old school paper filing system and that's all they use, that could be a red flag for you, because with all of the electronic data that is available these days and the resources that are available through technology, you do want to make sure that your attorney has the ability to use that and actually does use that technology to help you. The 10th and last but not least question to ask, are you board certified? Being board certified means that you have extensive experience in a subject area, that you have passed a long examination, and that judges and attorneys have vouched for you to say, yeah, this person knows what they're talking about. So it's not a red flag if an attorney is not board certified, but it's certainly a green flag if they are board certified. I hope this video is helpful for you and it gives you information that you need if you're going into a consultation, especially for a significant claim. If you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. If you have questions about a particular case that you're looking for help with, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to see if I can point you in the right direction and offer any assistance at all. But thanks so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more videos.